Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we don't always have to play defense. We can go on offense where we have great candidates running against really bad Democrats. Like, we have the great Karen Harrington in the Florida 23rd running against Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Karen Harrington, how are you, my friend?
Well, it's doing great, Mark. Thank you so much for having me back. And you're right, we're definitely on the offense.
Apparently last time I had you on, I was preempted down there. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't preempted this time, Karen. But anyway, tell everybody some of the major towns in your district there so they know.
Well, we're just south of Fort Lauderdale. Some of the major towns would be Hollywood, Weston, Davie, Pembroke Pines. We have Aventura, Sunny Isles, Miami Beach. Those are some of the major areas.
It all sounds so nice, doesn't it?
It is. It's wonderful down here.
All right. Now, you're running against Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Is she ever home in the district? She seems to be all over the country.
No, well, that's the complaint we're getting from a lot of people. She spends more time traveling the country and helping the president to get reelected and raise money, and so we're grateful that she's not succeeding at that job, but she's also not home here in the district doing what the people here have elected her to do, and that's represent her in Washington.
And even for that district, which is it marginally Democrat or significantly Democrat?
Well, we've had a lot of good luck this time with redistricting, and so now if we take all of our Republicans and independents, we outnumber the Democrats by about 20,000 votes. So this race is very winnable, especially with the new lines.
And she's so radical. I mean, she's not even your kind of mainstream left-of-center Democrat. She is way out there, isn't she?
Well, she's way out there, Mark, and, you know, Floridians as well as all Americans are going to have a clear choice this November. They will have the opportunity to vote for someone like myself, a small business owner who believes in less government, lower taxes, and the idea that American is exceptional, or they can support my opponent who believes the president and his failed policies that are un-American, that have crippled the American way of life by overburdening Americans with high taxes and uncontrolled government spending, and the idea that the United States is better off as a welfare state. So you're right, Mark. She's so far to the left that, you know, she's dividing this community down here, and we're getting many Democrats to support us.
I'm talking to Karen Harrington. Her website is KarenForCongress.com, KarenForCongress.com. If you'd like to help her, and she does need whatever financial support you can give her, and more on that in a moment. Karen Harrington, I'll tell you what's interesting to me. You have a lot of senior citizens in your district, as there are a lot of senior citizens in South Florida. Debbie Wasserman Schultz voted to take over $700 billion out of Medicare and put it into Obamacare that would cover even people who've never paid into anything. Are your constituents aware of this?
Yes, they are, and we're out there telling them the truth. Unfortunately, Debbie is home in the district. She can look these elderly people in the face and tell them that the Republicans, and under the plans that we're proposing, is going to strip them of Medicare. And it's unfortunate that she can do that with a straight face, but we're out there telling them the truth, that the Obama health care bill is the one that will rob Medicare from them when we're trying to save the program. And basically, it doesn't affect any of the current seniors, Mark. You know that, anyone 55 and older. But somehow she's here with her fear tactics, making them sound like we're trying to rob them immediately. And they're very aware, and as you know, even the liberal media is no longer taking Debbie's side. You can only spin a lie so many times where it still becomes a lie.
Now, financially, does she have a whole lot more campaign money than you do at this point?
I wouldn't say a whole lot more. I mean, she's the DNC chair, Mark. She can filter as much cash as she wants into her coffers. She probably has about a couple $1 million right now. Our fundraising has gone, you know, pretty well. We're approaching $1 million ourselves. We're not going to be able to match her, but anything that people can help us with would definitely give us a great opportunity to beat her, and we know we're going to be able to beat her. So any support we can continue to get from around the country like we have now donations from people in all 50 states, over 10,000 donors. So we know we have what it takes to beat her. A little bit more money will definitely secure that victory.
Yeah, because you're right. I mean, if you add to the Republicans and the independents, then that's more than the Democrats. And if you can pretty much hold your line and pick up some Democrats, I think the more people who know that all the Republican proposals protect everybody 55 and older, and the Obamacare law, which is law, when it fully kicks in, pulls $716 billion out of Medicare. And by the way, not to reform it, not to figure out ways to set up another system, to fund Obamacare. I think the more seniors who hear that, the more disgusted they're going to be.
Well, they really are, and seniors are not only disgusted with the lies that Debbie's telling here in the district, is they're really concerned about the long-term debt, and they know Obamacare will add to that debt. They're more concerned of what they're leaving behind to their children and grandchildren. And, you know, they're willing to put aside even what cuts would come to Medicare. It's just not their top priority down here. They want to secure a future for the next generation, and that's what their main concern is. And but we want to tell them that we're not going to strip them of Medicare. We're going to keep our promise and the money that they've paid into that program. So we're just going to continue with our strong conservative message out there, and it's going to be a truthful one, and unfortunately my opponent will spin it. She'll continue to lie to the constituents, but many of them are wising up, and they're aware of the failed policies of Debbie Wasserman Schultz and this president.
You know, the other thing is, when you look at foreign policy, this president has been the worst president when it comes to the security of Israel, which I have to believe at least some people in South Florida are aware of. I mean, he's been absolutely the worst, and you know what? I think we're on the verge of some kind of war between Israel and Iran, and this president is running around the country. Doesn't seem very focused on it, does he?
No, he doesn't. And the fact that she continues to support the president, even on the foreign policies and with Israel, by coming home to the district and not disagreeing with him, is that silent voice that she does agree with him. And they are putting Israel at risk. They are now surrounded on all their borders from, you know, what's happening in the Middle East. And Debbie's home here in the district praising the president, that he's the best president to ever support Israel. But yet his actions and his words prove otherwise.
All right, Karen Harrington. So, folks out there, if we really want to try and defeat Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and I really do want to try and defeat her, this will be our best chance. This could be a hugely important election with Karen Harrington. Go to KarenForCongress.com. It'll be on my social sites, KarenForCongress.com, because Karen Harrington is the best bet we have to defeat Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Anything else you want to tell us?
No, Mark, I'm just so grateful for all your support, for all your listeners out there across the country, and this is our best opportunity to beat her. All the conditions are right. Our name ID is bigger this time. We have the support locally and nationally, and there's no better time that we're going to have to take her out. This is it. And I know with the support of the American people, this isn't just about South Florida. This is about all the American people taking out one of the most divisive persons we have in Congress.
By the way, you know Karen Harrington, for a while there I thought she was running against Alan West.
Oh, no, Alan and I are good friends, and no, he's actually two different...
No, what I mean is she kept attacking Alan West.
Oh, yes, she was, because...
she can't control herself.
No, she thinks she has the right to attack anybody in any position at any time, and that's what liberals think. You know, they're not off limits to anything or anybody.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and I hope everybody down there who likes this show and supports this show will support you. God bless you and good luck.
Well, Mark, thank you so much. And did you enjoy the hot sauce I sent you up?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I forgot about that. I certainly did. You have a wonderful restaurant, right?
Yes, thank you so much. That's my mother's recipe from 1978, and she asked me if I got a comment back from you yet.
I'm sorry. Listen,
okay.
And what's the name of the restaurant again?
It's Ricky's Restaurant.
And where is it?
We have one in Hollywood and two in Pembroke Pines.
If I ever get down there, which is rare, I'm going to come by. Just show up.
Well, I'll be happy to treat you to 10 hot wings and a cold beer. How's that?
Well, God bless you. Thank you, Karen Harrington. We wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
All right. That's District 23, Florida. She's taken off Debbie Wasserman Schultz. That's the one, Karen Harrington. KarenForCongress.com. Okay, folks? I think that's very, very important.